Fred here, welcome back to the Gear Obsession channel. In this episode, we will be taking a look at the Camillus Hustle. Me and Camillus hasn't had a very good relationship. It's been more miss than hit, but you know, I was in Walmart again, yes, and I saw it there, and I took a quick look at it, and it sort of did a little for me, but Camillus had left such a bad taste in my mouth from most of the knives I didn't like. I mean, don't get me wrong, there were a couple that I did like, but for the most part I didn't like them. And then I had done some knife reviews, more knife reviews on my YouTube channel here that you're watching, and someone had suggested that I review this, the Camillus Hustle. So was going through Walmart again one morning, but by the way, I go through Walmart because I de-stress before I go to work. Going right into work for me is like running full force into a brick wall. I need to ease myself out of the house, go to Walmart, and then go to work, and it sort of ramps it up so I'm not just running into a wall head on. So anyway, I digress. There it is on Walmart again. I take another look and I'm like, let me see it, pull it out of the case, and I'm looking at it closer than I did the first time, and then I just flicked it open and I'm like, ooh, that was smooth. That was very, very smooth. And so I took another close look. It has the thin liner locks that I don't like, but it's okay. I know it's fine. And then I look at the blade centering. It's like perfect. And then I'm like, it's AUS-8, it's G10, it's $25. I'm like, you know what? This is definitely worthy of a review here at the Gear Obsession channel. So let's take a close look. Here's the box that it came in. At least the one that I got at Walmart, number 57. And there it is, the Camillus Hustle. And it's interesting because I've only seen like 2 places that are carrying this, Walmart being one of them, and I think Blade HQ has them also, and that's it. So I don't know if it was like a special where only certain distributors have gotten it. I don't know. Anyway, there's the blurb that they've been around since 1876, but that's not really true because now they're owned by Acme United. Acme, the place that the Roadrunner gets his gear. I don't know if that's a good thing. So anyway, designed in the US, but you know what? It's made in China. They also tout their titanium stuff as far as their titanium bonding, or they also have a titanium nitride thing. I remember they used to claim like 10 times, at least on this one they're claiming 3 times harder. Really, it just ends up better. I guess they put like some sort of plating or coating of titanium there. Probably, at best, just helps with edge retention. Something else to mention, and this is a good point, is read the paperwork that came in the box, because there is some extremely useful information besides caring for your knife, as far as keeping a coat of oil on it, and if you are going to use it to cut food, use something that's not poisonous. And what I found even more impressive, which I wish all knife companies would do, is they gave the angle to hold the knife when sharpening it on a stone. 18 to 22 degree angle. That's really useful. I wish other companies did that. And you got a lifetime warranty, so really nice nice stuff here. So let's go ahead and talk about the knife. Here it is. It's beige. I kind of like it because I'm really sick of the black the black tactical knives. I like having a little more variety, some color, something. So anyway, what you're looking at is an inexpensive EDC. That's what this is. Inexpensive. Can it be pushed into a defense roll? Sure. It sure can. So first let's take a look at the scales. They're beige. They are G10. Traction is okay. I mean, you could see there's some texture there, but it's not very aggressive. But it, you know, so it's okay. Has some nice patterns. Has a nice cutout where you put your thumb, so you can get to that thumb stud. By the way, on the other side, because of the clip, not much of a cutout. A little bit harder for left-handers. This knife is not very friendly to left-handed folks. Sorry. The construction is Torx screw right there, and you can see the pillars, so it's open pillar design, so dirt will flow through it no problem. You have an adjustable pivot screw. You could use a large flathead on that side, and I think there's it's either a Torx or an Allen down on that side to hold it, so it can be adjusted. Mine did not need to be adjusted out of the box because blade centering was perfecto. Again, the grooves for the thumb studs, I really like it because with the G10 you get that nice, you know, grain looking pattern. Really cool. And the last thing about the scales is there's steel skeletonized liners in there to try to keep the weight down. Pocket clip, there it is. It has Camillus logo, and you can see it's mounted right here where it is tipped down, right-handed only. You can't put it anywhere else. Kind of a disappointment there. Also, almost missed this. The lanyard hole, not big enough for 550 cord. Maybe if you got it, but it's really not big enough. I guess if you wanted to, you could get it around that way, around that post on the back, and it would probably be fine if you really wanted to put 510 on here. I mean 550. Blah. Okay, let's go ahead and take a look at the blade. Look at that. It's almost as fast as a assisted opener. Okay, so what we're looking at is a Japanese AUS-8 drop point blade. What's Japanese AUS-8 stainless steel? Well, it's Japanese steel, and it's comparable to our US-440B, if you want to look that up. You can look up blade steels on Wikipedia, and you can learn all about blade steels if you really want to. I don't want to make this video any longer. Hollow grind right there. Goes about 3/5 up the blade, or about halfway, somewhere around there. The thumb studs right there, dual thumb studs. They're smooth. They're not any kind of pyramid or step pyramid or anything like that. But they still work fine, even though, you know, they don't have any fancy jimping or anything on there. Speaking of jimping, look at this. Nice jimping, actually functional. And you have jimping here back on the scale. So whether you're holding it back here or if you have to choke up on the blade like you're pushing on something, it's there in good places. Right there. Really nice. Satin finish there, sort of like a brushed satin finish. Really nice. One of my favorite finishes. Again, the edge is 20 degrees, so if you're sharpening it, 20 degrees. Or if you have one of those V's, sharpeners, pull-through sharpeners, use the one for 20 degrees. And supposedly you have some titanium bonding, some sort of coating, I guess, or treated steel here to help with edge retention. This is a liner lock. There is the liner. You can see it's sort of nested into the scale. A little bit thin for my taste, but it does function okay and there are no problems. Overall length of this knife is 8 inches. The blade itself is 3 1/4 inches. So not too bad. Weight is actually not bad either at a 4.2 ounces. So let's go ahead and get into the tests. Ergonomics. Ergonomics is actually, I like the jimping, but there's not too much on this knife as far as traction or shape or deep finger choils to keep your hand from slipping on the blade. So you need to be careful with that. But it doesn't feel great, but it doesn't feel bad either. Reverse grip, same way, because of the shape of this being out here on the top. It's not very comfortable, but it's satisfactory, put it that way. Blade centering, I think I already mentioned that, but we'll go ahead and take a close look at it, is perfect. blade retention is good. I can see that if I use a lot of force, it will come out. It's not going to come out inadvertently, but it doesn't take too much. As a matter of fact, you could use that as a way of opening it. Watch. So it's okay. It's not great. Lockup. Let's talk about lockup. Right there, you can see that thin liner lock is about 3/4 behind the blade. It's a little bit hairy for me, but actually, instead of snapping it open, if you just push it with your finger, it gets all the way behind the blade. And that's exactly where you want it when it's out of the box new. So really good. As far as lockup is concerned, no up and down play, no side to side play. Really, really good. Next, we'll go ahead and do a paper cut test. And we'll see how this is. Okay, we're push cutting there, so really, really sharp. Someone mentioned to me to make sure I went both ways on the paper because of the grain of the paper. So, really, really sharp. So for sharpness, very sharp out of the box. As a matter of fact, it could probably shave some hair, which I have a lot of. So let's see if it will shave hair. Yes, it will shave hair. I gotta walk around with a half-shaven hand. And the last test, the test that the one of the Bear Grylls knives didn't do too good in, is stabbing this piece of pine. Soft pine. I just want to make sure there are no fundamental problems with the heat treatment on the blade. So we just go ahead and pop that in there. And you can see it's in there. Alright. So there's the edge. It held up perfectly fine. So it did a very good job. The pros for this knife is right there. What really sold me on it is the smoothness of this. Then of course the price being only $25. The materials, G10 and AUS-8 for $25. Really good. And the quality is there. It is there. There are a couple of cons. Small lanyard hole. A single position clip that you can't put anywhere else, so it leaves the left-handed people out to dry. I mean really out to dry as far as even deploying it. Getting your finger behind the thumb stud on the left side is not very good, as you can see there. So just a couple of small gripes. So I recommend it. I highly recommend this for $25. Absolutely. It's too bad it's not out at too many distributors for some reason. Hopefully that'll change. I would like to see this more available because I think it's definitely worth picking up. Okay, well, thank you very much for joining me here at the Gear Obsession channel. I really appreciate every friend, viewer, subscriber, and especially you. And I hope you have a great evening. Take care.